Tell me why you think the Giants can make it back there again.
Listen, I just feel as though, even though every team around us, it seems like they've gotten better too, this division, it's hard for me to say that the Eagles, but they drafted well. They got Jalen locked up. They're going to be coming back with a lot of confidence and also that chip on their shoulder for getting to the chip and not winning it. So I expect them to have a good season. The Cowboys are the Cowboys. You know, they always have talent if Dak can figure it out, blah, 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 right? That team is always dangerous. I think the Commanders have upgraded a ton. But I really like this Giants team. One, because, you know, I think this is the first time that Daniel Jones will have a season where it doesn't seem like he has that black cloud over him. Like you talked about, he has a contract now. He is the leader of that team. You can tell it. You can see his confidence in camp as far as just, you know, feeling like he is the guy there. He's coming back with the same head coach, the same coordinators, et cetera, for, I think, the first time in his career.
Yep.
They upgraded weapons. I absolutely think Waller is going to be an all-pro tight end for us if he can stay healthy. You know, the dynamic that he brings to that offense. Saquon's back. I feel like our O-line has gotten better. They locked up, you know, Andrew. So I think, you know, obviously I feel very confident in that defense. So I think, I see no reason why we can't improve on what we did last year. If we stay healthy, continue to play Dabo ball, right? Don't make the silly mistakes that we didn't make last year. Yeah, this team could be dangerous too.
Notice how he talked. Justin Tuck just talked a lot about the offense.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. I mean, look, the offense was good when you were here, but that defensive line you guys had was amazing. You assaulted guys, and, you know, some of the games that you played in were won specifically at the line of scrimmage because of your offensive and defensive lines.
100%.
Right. So I think the Giants, I was telling Gio this morning, and we've been saying this, that I feel like the Giants' offensive line is solid. I love their the pick of the center, and they got 2 starting tackles who are first-round draft choices. These are the anti-Micah Parsons, Justin Tuck type of players that you need to keep your quarterback upright. Sure. So when he's throwing the ball, what I want to know is where is this pass rush coming? Is Olojurari and Kayvon Thibodeau, are they good enough? Can they get the pressure that we saw from Aiden Hutchinson last night for the Lions?
You know, I don't know if they have to be honest with you. In Wick's defense, I don't know if they're going to have as much pressure on them to be the guys. I think they can, to answer your question. I think they have the talent. I think that system, when you have a rock in the middle like Dexter and another rock in the middle like Leo, you know, I think they're going to do very, very well in stopping the run and putting them in situations in third and long, second and long situations where they're going to be able to pin it back. But what I mean by that is Wick does so many different things from a blitzing perspective. Most of his defenses, you don't really get a sack number like, 16, 17 sacks. You get it spread out between corners and safeties and linebackers blitzing. So I don't think they have to have. I don't think Thibodeau and I can't say his name.
Ojulari, yes,
has to go out and just have those sack numbers like Stray and Osi and I did. I think they have to be consistent, putting pressure on the quarterback. Making sure that they're doing it that rate. But I don't think at this age and in this defense they have to be those two that have 15, 16 sacks.
And that's why you had Isaiah Simmons, a guy like that.
I think this defense, what I love about this defense is you can't really pin it. You can't pin it down, right? You got so many different people that can get after you in so many different ways, and I think that's a credit to Wick. Whereas I'm an offensive coordinator, if you just have one guy, right? If you just have 2 guys, then you can do some things up front to kind of, I ain't gonna say take them completely out of the game, but neutralize them a little bit.
So you had Spagnuolo as your defense coordinator, and watching his defense last night without Chris Jones.
Yeah.
So he's trying to manufacture pressure coming from all over the place. And a couple times they got home, a couple times they didn't. But I mean, that's kind of like what Wink is like. It's the same mindset, right?
100%. I mean, you can't replace a Chris Jones, obviously. But I thought that defense played pretty well, given the fact that you got that much production that you have to figure out how to compensate for. And Detroit is an up and coming team with I think Goff is playing well in that offense. To hold them to 21 points is I would say for a defensive side of the ball.
Just remember 7 of those points came on
exactly.
on
so
defense.
14.
Yeah,
points.
14.
I forgot
points,
about that. So yeah.